To protect her first love's son, Ethan's wife Olivia pushed their 5-year-old daughter Lily out to be exchanged as a hostage with a murderer. In the end, her crush's son was saved, but their daughter's throat was slit by the killer. The media lauded Olivia, portraying her as a great kindergarten teacher who would sacrifice her own daughter to protect a student. But when Ethan went to her, holding their daughter's urn, her eyes filled with disgust, telling him to stop being so dramatic. The day Lily died was her 5th birthday. Ethan had just returned from out of town when he learned that a serial killer had broken into the kindergarten where Lily attended and Olivia worked. By the time he saw the news report, Lily had already been rushed to the ICU, her life hanging by a thread. A nurse spoke gravely, Mr. Peterson. Your daughter's throat was cut by the killer. The injury is too severe and treatment wasn't administered quickly enough. There's nothing more the doctors or we can do. Her voice heavy, she added. Are there any other relatives? You should call them to come see her one last time. Hearing her words felt like a lightning strike. How could this happen? Just 2 days ago, Lily was on the phone sweetly asking Ethan to bring back a big mermaid cake and a doll for her birthday, wanting to celebrate with him and Olivia. How could she be dying now? Ethan dropped to his knees before the nurse, his hands shaking uncontrollably. Impossible, nurse. Please, I'm begging you. Talk to the doctor, ask him to save my daughter. Let me die instead. Please save my Lily. My daughter is only 5. How can she die? I can't lose her. Although Olivia was a kindergarten teacher, she was often impatient with their daughter Lily, who adored Ethan and was the apple of his eye. Mr. Peterson, please calm down. Your daughter's injuries are too severe. We truly can't do anything. It would be better for you to spend these last moments with her so she doesn't leave alone. By the end, even the nurse's eyes were red, her voice choked with emotion. Ethan's heart ached unbearably, but not wanting Lily to worry. He quickly wiped away his tears and went to the cold operating table. His 5-year-old daughter lay there, eyes closed, her chubby face pale, her innocent brow tightly furrowed. He thought about how Lily was usually afraid of even getting a shot. How much pain must she have endured when that knife cut her throat? Lily, Daddy's back. Look, Daddy bought you your favorite frozen princess doll. Hold on. Sweetie, Daddy will take you for cake later. Hearing his voice, Lily slowly opened her eyes. She looked at him, perhaps trying to call him Daddy, but no sound came out. Seeing the fear in her eyes and the tears welling up, he quickly comforted her. Lily, don't be scared. Your throat is hurt. You can't talk right now. When you get better, you'll be just like before. Lily nodded, her innocent eyes fixed on him, searching for something. Ethan knew she was looking for Olivia. He quickly dialed Olivia's number, but she kept hanging up. After several tries, Olivia finally answered. Before Ethan could speak, her impatient voice came through the phone. Ethan, will you ever stop? Don't you know what happened to Leo? He was held hostage by that damn serial killer, and now he's traumatized. I'm with him at counseling. Olivia's words felt incredibly ironic. Their daughter lay dying on an operating table after having her throat slit, and Olivia was comforting her unharmed crush's son through some damn counseling session. Outside the operating room, Ethan had already seen the video footage from the kindergarten incident. What he could never have imagined was that after the killer slit Lily's throat and was shot dead, Olivia's first instinct wasn't to check on their daughter lying in a pool of blood, but to tightly hug the frightened Leo, comforting him. Because of this, the critically injured Lily didn't receive immediate aid. Only when a nurse noticed her was she carried onto the ambulance, delaying the crucial window for rescue. Ethan glanced at the weakening Lily and stepped outside the operating room to call Olivia again. To hell with the counseling, Olivia. Are you even Lily's mother? Lily is in the operating room right now. The doctor says she doesn't have long. He said you should come see her one last time. Olivia, our daughter wants to see you. Please come quickly. His voice couldn't help but carry a pleading tone by the end. He couldn't bear the thought of his daughter dying without seeing her mother. But Olivia's voice on the other end grew even more impatient. Ethan, can you stop being so selfish? Always trying to get my attention with things like this. I'm Leo's teacher. He's traumatized. Of course I need to be with him for counseling right now. With that, Olivia hung up. Fearing he'd call again, she turned off her phone. At that moment, Ethan's heart turned completely cold. Despairingly, he walked back into the operating room. But as he approached Lily's bed, he forced a relaxed smile onto his face. He held Lily's hand, which was growing colder, and met her innocent gaze. It's okay, Lilybug. Mommy's caught up with something right now. She can't come back just yet. Little Lily nodded from her bed, but Ethan's eyes couldn't help but reading. His daughter was only 5, always so obedient. How could she suffer such a horrific fate? Lily tried to speak, watching her lip movements. Ethan struggled to understand what she wanted to say. She was asking him, "Daddy, I was scared of the bad man too. Why did Mommy make me go save Leo? Daddy, I didn't want to save Leo at all. I want to go home." Patty, it hurts so much. Seeing what she was saying, he almost broke down completely. He had thought sending Lily to the kindergarten where Olivia taught Menchie, as her mother could look after her better. Who knew Olivia could be so cruel? Willing to sacrifice her own daughter for Mark's son, Lily's small hand struggled to point towards her pants pocket. Ethan quickly wiped his eyes and took out a bracelet she had woven herself. It had little bells and crystals, the kind little girls love. He watched her struggle to form words with her lips. He understood. She wanted to give it to her mother. Ethan felt both heartbroken and furious at that moment. He truly understood. Not every woman deserves to be called a mother. Mark was Olivia's college crush, her heartthrob. She had fawned over him for 6 years without winning him over. Finally giving up, she married Ethan through an arrangement by her parents. Ethan only learned about this after they were married. Normally, Olivia's past was none of his business, but a few years ago, Mark's wife passed away from an illness. Mark moved back to Denver with his son. The moment Olivia saw her college crush again, she immediately latched onto him. She treated Mark's son Leo almost better than her own daughter. She always told Lily and Ethan that Leo was pitiful, having lost his mother young, and that they should take care of him and let him have his way. But now, endless hatred festered inside Ethan. It was one thing for her to shamelessly dote on Mark and his son, but how dare she harm Lily like this because of Leo? Was Mark's son's life precious while his daughter's was it? "Daddy, I want cake," Lily suddenly rasped out. Using all her strength, her face grew even paler. Ethan saw the gauze wrapped around her neck begin to see blood and panicked. "Lily, wait, Daddy will go get the cake right now." He rushed out of the operating room and grabbed the mermaid cake he had bought for Lily from a chair in the family waiting area, but when he returned to her bedside, Lily's small body lay still on the bed, her face pale, no longer breathing. At that moment, the tears he'd been holding back finally burst forth. "Lily, wake up and look at Daddy. Daddy bought you your favorite mermaid cake." You didn't even have a bite. Looking at Lily's neck, he remembered her daddy. It hurt so much. He suddenly felt stunned and murmured, holding Lily's already cold body tightly, "It's good she's asleep." "If she's asleep, my Lily won't hurt any more." At the funeral home, Ethan watched as Lily's body was pushed into the cremator. No matter how many messages he sent Olivia telling her their daughter was about to be cremated, they all vanished without a trace. He sat on the cold floor of the funeral home clutching Lily's ashes, finally filled with immense regret. If he had known Olivia could be so heartless towards her own daughter, he never would have married her. Holding Lily's urn, he went to Mark's house. The door opened and sure enough, Olivia was there. Seeing him, her expression turned sour, as if looking at some kind of burden. She didn't even notice the urn in his hands. "What are you doing here?" "I told you. I'll come back once Leo has calmed down." "Wait for Leo to calm down," Ethan asked through gritted teeth. "Olivia, Lily is dead, do you know that? Lily was only 5. You know how timid she was, how scared of pain. How could you push your own daughter towards a murderer as a hostage?" Olivia's eyes darted away. Just then, Mark walked up beside her. Ethan, it's you. Didn't the media say Lily was out of danger now? Besides, don't blame Olivia. She was trying to protect Leo. She thought since Lily was a girl so cute, maybe the killer wouldn't have the heart to hurt her. Mark's shameless words made Ethan's fists clench. He carefully placed Lily's urn down and lunged at Mark, raining furious punches down on him. Mark was no match for him. He couldn't accept it. The killer had initially grabbed Leo as a hostage, yet it was his daughter who ended up dead. She was only 5 and she died without even eating the cake she wanted most. Stop hitting him! Olivia desperately tried to pull him off but couldn't. Suddenly, a sharp pain hit the back of his head. He slowly turned, seeing she couldn't stop him from hitting Mark. Olivia had grabbed a vase and struck him in her panic. Ethan, if you dare hit Mark again, I'll call the police. Olivia's tone was instinctively defensive. Looking at her face, he suddenly remembered the first time he saw her. She was wearing a white dress, passing a piano store. She playfully asked if he wanted to hear her play. It was then, watching her through the glass window, playing the piano in the sunset, that his heart fluttered. Later, he bought that piano for her. It had always sat in the piano room he specially prepared for her after they married. Olivia. Lily is dead. Do you understand? You'd rather believe the gossip media than your husband, Lily's father? What's so good about that pretty boy? He never loved you and his son. Olivia, how low can you sink? You have your own daughter, yet you're falling all over yourself to be a mother to his. Olivia's eyes showed a flicker of doubt, but then she saw Mark staggering to his feet and her heart ached for him again. She rushed to his side to support him. Ethan, don't talk nonsense. What kind of father are you? Your daughter is fine, yet you're cursing her to die, and I am Leo's teacher. My professional ethics required me to protect my student. Can you stop being so unreasonable? Instead of making a scene, you should go home and take care of Lily. So you do know Lily needs someone to take care of her. Ethan let out a sarcastic laugh, blood still trickling down the back of his head. Olivia added, Ethan, I hope next time you won't lie about our daughter's death. It makes you seem like an unfit father. He felt like he'd heard the world's biggest joke and couldn't help but laugh. But then tears started streaming down his face. He picked up Lily's urn, whispering gently, Lily, be good. This mommy isn't good at all. Don't wait for her anymore. Olivia's eyes were full of mockery. Ethan, you're so dramatic. He ignored Olivia and carried Lily's urn away. When Ethan held Lily's funeral, he didn't inform Olivia. He figured she wouldn't come anyway. She had her precious Mark and Leo. But halfway through the service, Olivia arrived, her eyes blazing with anger. What kind of father are you? Isn't our daughter still in the hospital? You're holding a fake funeral for our daughter just to get my attention. Ethan. You really are insane. The surrounding people looked at Olivia in disbelief. Ethan couldn't hold back anymore. He dragged Olivia to Lily's gravestone and threw Lily's death certificate in her face. You fool. Open your eyes and look. Our daughter is dead. She was only 5. When she was dying, she wanted to see you one last time, but you were still with Leo, Olivia. Tell me, what did Lily ever do wrong? She was only 5. What did she do wrong for you to treat her like this? Ethan couldn't stop himself from grabbing Olivia's neck, demanding answers, but the other funeral attendees pulled him away. This is impossible. Olivia picked up the fallen death certificate, her body trembling. Olivia's eyes were wide with disbelief. When she focused on their daughter's photo on the death certificate, her emotions instantly shattered. Impossible. Ethan, tell me, didn't the media say? Didn't they say Lily was recovering in the hospital? Why? Why would Lily die? Olivia sobbed uncontrollably. Ethan laughed coldly, his tone dripping with sarcasm. Olivia, To me, I also called you the greatest teacher, selfless, willing to endanger your own daughter to save an ordinary student. But Olivia, search your conscience. Is that really how it was? Olivia, on what grounds? Lily was our daughter. Before you made that decision, did you ever ask our 5-year-old daughter if she was scared? Did you ask me, her father, if I agreed? You wanted to save Leo so badly. Why didn't you go yourself? Well, it was so small. You used her to shield Leo just because she was your daughter. No, that's not how it was. I thought Lily would be okay. The police were already there. I just thought Leo has been frail since he was little. He can't handle being frightened. That's why I suggested exchanging hostages to the killer. Olivia knelt before Lily's gravestone. Suddenly, rain began to fall from the sky, as if they were Lily's tears. Ethan felt only pity and irony. Olivia. You knew that man was a murderer. How could you gamble with your own daughter's life? Leo's life matters, but Lily's doesn't. If this hadn't gone wrong, that day should have been Lily's 5th birthday, but now she's just ashes sleeping here. I'm sorry, Lily. Mommy's sorry. If Mommy knew this would happen, I would have come to the hospital sooner to see you. Olivia's face was streaked with tears. She trembling like a rest Lily's name on the gravestone. Lily, don't play jokes on Mommy. Lily, Mommy was wrong. Mommy's not human. If I had known you would die, Mommy would rather have died herself. Seeing Olivia acting so desperately grief-stricken before Lily's grave, Ethan just found it laughable. Their daughter was already dead. What use were her words now? All right, Olivia. Lily is already gone. You don't need to put on this act anymore. Let's get divorced. Hearing this, Olivia suddenly scrambled on her knees towards him, clutching his legs, her eyes filled with tears. No, don't, Ethan. I don't want a divorce, Ethan. I know I was wrong. He raised his hand, wanting to slap Olivia, but remembering they were at Lily's grave, he held back. His eyes were red-rimmed. Don't say any more. If I had known you would brazenly cause Lily's death, I would have divorced you long ago. Then maybe Lily wouldn't have died. He took the colorful woven bracelet from his pocket and handed it to Olivia. This must have been in Lily's pocket before the incident. Even as she was dying, she was thinking about giving it to you. But before she died, she couldn't even see her own mother. She could only entrust it to me, her father, to give to you. Olivia, you must be very happy now, right? Finally completely rid of Lily. You never liked her since she was little anyway. Olivia took the bracelet with trembling hands. The little bell on it chimed crisply. She released his legs, clutched the bracelet tightly, and suddenly burst into loud wails. But things had already reached this point. Her regret was nothing more than crocodile tears to Ethan. Olivia refused to divorce, so he filed a lawsuit against her. After Lily's death, he was utterly disgusted with Olivia. Once the news of Lily's death spread, the media began lavishly praising Olivia's greatness as a teacher. Ethan found it laughable. They focused on Olivia's greatness as a teacher but forgot that his daughter was 5 years old with her own rights as a citizen. Just because her mother was a teacher, did she have to get pushed towards death when danger arose? Ethan had no intention of letting Olivia and Mark off the hook. That despicable pair had to pay the price for his daughter's death. After filing for divorce, he smashed the piano and threw all of Olivia's belongings out. With nowhere else to go, Olivia simply moved in with Mark and Leo. Mark seized the opportunity to leak the news to the media that Ethan was divorcing Olivia because of their daughter's death. Consequently, social media platforms were flooded with voices condemning his lack of understanding. Isn't this Ethan guy a company CEO? How can he be so insensitive? Ms. Olivia is so great, yet he wants to divorce her. Exactly. Ms. Olivia is already suffering from losing her daughter. As her husband, instead of comforting her, he's kicking her while she's down. Can't understand her situation, and she leave with nothing. He's not a real man. Comments criticizing Ethan quickly reached over 999. But there were also voices of reason. I don't think Ethan is wrong. His own wife caused their daughter's death. Even if she's a teacher, that's impossible to accept. Yeah, think about it. Those of you who are parents, would you be willing to sacrifice your own child for someone else's? Unfortunately, such clear-headed comments quickly attracted Olivia's mindless defenders and gradually disappeared amidst the outcry. In the afternoon, while Ethan was handling business at his company, Mark and Leo suddenly showed up, bringing many reporters with them. Seeing him, Mark immediately bent his knees and knelt before him. "I'm sorry, Mr. Peterson. I know it's all our fault. Today I brought my son here to apologize to you. Please, blame anything on me and my son. Don't blame Ms. Olivia." Mark nudged Leo, who immediately spoke up. "I'm sorry, Uncle. Lily died saving me. I apologize. Please don't blame Ms. Olivia." Ethan couldn't help but sneer. "Mark, I didn't expect you to still be so hypocritical. Even now, you want me to forgive Olivia. Fine then, let your son die and bring my daughter back." A reporter interjected disapprovingly. "Mr. Peterson, that's not right. Leo is just a kindergartner." "He's innocent," Ethan scoffed. "And wasn't she innocent, since you speak up for them like this? I hope if your child is ever taken hostage, their teacher pushes them out as an exchange, so you two can taste the greatness people praise." His words instantly darkened the reporter's face and they fell silent. He had security escort them all out. Seeing his insistence on divorce, Olivia started posting long apologies on her social media, reminiscing about the details of their relationship. But she didn't know Ethan was completely repulsed by her. Just thinking about how he could have lost his mind and fallen for a woman like her sometimes made him feel sick. Throughout their marriage, she treated Mark's house like her home and their home like a hotel. If Mark's son Leo had a fever, she'd fret like crazy. If Lily had a fever, getting her to pour a glass of warm water was considered good. Ethan also came from a divorced family. All these years, if it weren't for wanting to give his daughter a stable home, he would have divorced this fickle woman long ago. He never expected his indecisiveness would lead to his daughter's death. He scrolled through Olivia's long post, seeing hierophants telling teacher Olivia not to be so desperate. Then he posted his own article online, titled 6 Years of Unrequited Obsession. In it, he detailed Olivia's past with Mark, including intimate photos from their college days. He even included a recent video he'd taken of Olivia and Mark kissing by a window at night. Along with it, he attached a halting audio recording from his 5-year-old daughter. The recording toy was something Lily had pestered him to buy her during the new year. She called it her secret-keeping bunny, saying she would tell it all her secrets. Ethan never thought it would become the key evidence that brought down Olivia and Mark. Today is April. So dark outside, Daddy's not home. There's really loud thunder. Mommy said Leo is scared, so she ran over to Leo's house to stay with him. Little bunny. Why do you think Mommy doesn't like Lily? Is it because Lily isn't as well behaved as Leo? Mommy doesn't remember I'm really scared of thunder too. Today is Sunday in May. Mr. Sun came out today, but I'm not happy at all. Because today Leo snatched the hair clip Mommy gave me and he hit me. But Mommy just said I was being petty. Today is Friday. Little bunny. Lily is so happy today. Today is my 5th birthday. Daddy and Mommy are both going to celebrate with me. They're going to buy me a yummy mermaid cake and a frozen princess doll too. Oh, little bunny, I'll tell you a secret. But you can't tell anyone. Tell. I made a really pretty bracelet and I plan to give it to Mommy for her birthday. My good friend Chloe said she made a bracelet like that for her mom and her mom really liked her afterward and called her treasure. Little bunny, I want to be Mommy's treasure too. Listening to his daughter's innocent voice from the toy rabbit, Ethan's heart twisted as if pierced by a knife. He posted the audio online. His young daughter craved her mother's love so desperately, yet he, her father, had never taught her that not all mothers are the same. The recording instantly caused an uproar among the public. Those fans who had supported Olivia as the selfless teacher, upon learning she had sacrificed her own daughter for her crush's son, immediately turned on her with a torrent of curses. The internet is a double-edged sword. It could lift Olivia to the heavens, and it could also trample her into the mud. To avoid being affected, the kindergarten quickly issued a statement, firing Olivia. Olivia and Mark instantly became social pariahs. What surprised Ethan was that even at this stage, Mark's feelings for Olivia seemed to deepen. When Olivia came to see him, she still had flecks of rotten egg on her, reeking of a foul smell. "Ethan, I know I was wrong. Can you forgive me?" Olivia looked at him. Her eyes redrimmed. "I promise I'll never see Mark and Leo again, okay? He'd heard this promise countless times before, but this time, he was thoroughly tired of it. "Olivia, you still don't understand. The person you wronged isn't me." "It's really... Do you like that bracelet after seeing it? Maybe you like Lily a little more. Maybe you'll remember when you pushed her out as a hostage. She was your 5-year-old daughter. Olivia, your own values are fundamentally warped. You don't deserve to be a teacher and you don't deserve to be a mother." He questioned Olivia step by step. Olivia clutched her head. "No, Ethan. Don't say any more. I really know I was wrong. I regret it so much." He pushed Olivia out the door. "Olivia, your regret won't bring my daughter back." With that, he coldly shut the door. Olivia's painful cries came from outside, but his heart only grew colder. What she was suffering now was nothing compared to the pain Lily endured before her death. He went into the study and picked up a photo of Lily taken when she was 3, hugging a dog. Back then, Lily was chubby like a little dumpling, chasing the dog, saying she wanted a pony ride. He suddenly remembered how Lily had constantly asked him to take her to ride the carousel at an amusement park. His heart ached as if cut by a knife. If only he had known what would happen to Lily. He should have taken time off work sooner to take her to the park. The next morning, he woke up to a text message from an unknown number. "I'm sorry. Ethan. Mark and I went to get married. I've already lost everything. I can't lose them too." Lying in bed, he picked up Lily's photo, his eyes read. He raised his hand and stroked Lily's smiling face. "Lily, she doesn't deserve to be your mother. Don't like her anymore." Olivia and Mark got married amidst a storm of public condemnation, seemingly finding solace in shared misery. Olivia, believing her years of devotion had finally earned Mark's love, started hiding at home to avoid people's judgmental looks. She spent her days serving Mark and Leo, doing chores, completely reduced to the kind of housewife she once looked down upon. Her hands, once meticulously cared for, playing the piano, gradually became reed and rough from endless housework. Having lost everything, Olivia clung to Mark as her only pillar of support. Unfortunately, she had chosen the wrong person. Ethan had hired someone to investigate Mark. Although he appeared refined and gentlemanly, he had an extremely strong tendency towards domestic violence. He had severely beaten Leo's mother even when she was newly pregnant. After Leo was born, Mark stopped hiding his true nature and subjected her to even more vicious beatings. Leo's mother hadn't died of illness. She had run away because she couldn't stand the abuse. Mark had married Olivia solely to get his hands on the property her parents had left her. The irony was that Olivia had fallen into Mark's trap without realizing it, still believing this abusive man was her redemption. Mark was already a compulsive gambler. With some subtle guidance from people Ethan hired, he quickly became addicted to gambling in underground dens. He would come home and demand money from Olivia. If she refused, he would violently beat her, knowing that now, besides relying on him, nobody else would want her. When Olivia was covered in bruises, Leo, the boy she had genuinely doted on, would either watch indifferently or even cheer his father on. Seeing the photos and hearing the reports from the private investigator about Olivia's recent life, Ethan's heart filled with sarcasm. Was this the hell Olivia had rushed towards, even at the cost of her own daughter's life? The killer's trial Olivia was also present. Her face was bruised and swollen as she sat in the spectator's seats. Seeing her again, Ethan still felt a faint hatred. He noticed she was wearing the bracelet Lily had made for her before she died. A child's love for their mother is always the most selfless, but Olivia had betrayed her daughter's love. Halfway through the trial, Olivia became emotionally agitated and suddenly stood up, pointing at the serial killer and shouting, "You animal! Are you even human? My daughter was only 5. How could you bring yourself to harm her?" The killer, sitting in the defendant's chair, turned his sinister gaze towards Olivia, his tone full of confusion. "I remember you, Teacher Olivia. But aren't you the one who caused your daughter's death? Have you forgotten? I had the boy as a hostage. It was you who insisted on dragging your daughter over for the exchange. Actually, I didn't want to agree at first, but I heard your daughter crying nonstop, crying and calling you Mommy. That's why I agreed to the hostage exchange. I was just curious if mothers like you really exist in this world, pushing their own daughter to die for someone else's son." "No, that's not how it was. I didn't mean for my Lily to die. I don't know. I must have lost my mind back then. If I had known you would kill her, I would rather have died myself than let anything happen to my child." Olivia's expression turned pained. Hearing Olivia's words, the killer laughed even more wildly. "Oh, really? That's hilarious. Well, Teacher Olivia, do you know why I killed your daughter? I heard her constantly crying, asking you to save her, but you only cared about the other kid. So I decided I'd do a good deed, since you, her own mother, didn't care about her. The future would definitely be miserable. It's better if I killed her now. So, Teacher Olivia, you were clearly the one who caused your daughter's death. How can you blame me?" The killer's tone sounded remarkably innocent. Hearing the killer say this, Olivia's mind suddenly seemed to snap. She jumped up from the spectator section, waving her hands frantically. No, it wasn't me who killed Lily. I didn't kill my daughter. It wasn't me." In her breakdown, Olivia ran out of the courtroom. Throughout this, Ethan remained calm, like a bystander, because he knew that all these people would ultimately be punished for his daughter's death. Finally, the serial killer was sentenced to death. On the day of the execution, Ethan took the sentencing document to Lily's grave and burned it for her. "Lily, don't be afraid. Daddy won't let any of the bad people who hurt you get away. Lily, if there's a next life, if I'm lucky enough to be your daddy again, Daddy will definitely take good care of you, take you to the amusement park to ride the carousel." Just as he finished burning the paper, Olivia arrived. Seeing her, Ethan's expression turned sour. "What are you doing here again, Olivia? If you have even a shred of guilt, don't come here and disturb our daughter." Seeing his cold expression, Olivia's face instantly turned deathly pale. Her eyes became vacant and she started muttering, almost to herself, "Ethan, do you know? These days, I often dream of Lily. Her neck is bleeding so much, and she tells me, 'Mommy, it hurts so much.' But when I chase after her, wanting to hold her in my arms, her little body just suddenly disappears. I truly regret everything. I had the most well-behaved, obedient daughter, the best husband, the most perfect family, but I destroyed it all." Ethan felt a surge of impatience. "Enough. Olivia, don't say any more. Lily always saw you as her pride. I always heard her telling other kids, 'My mommy is a teacher. She's super awesome.' But when danger came, when she was pushed towards the bad guy, by the mother she adored most, how desperate must she have been? I'm sorry, Lily, I wasn't a good mother." Olivia took out a broken bracelet. "This was the last memento you left for Mommy, but even this simple thing was destroyed by thy father and son. Mommy is useless. I didn't protect you well. I can't hold on to anything. Ethan curled his lips sarcastically. Olivia, don't say that. At least you protected Leo very well, didn't you? Oh, when you were being beaten, wasn't he cheering his dad on? He spoke sarcastically, aiming every word to stab Olivia's heart. I'm sorry, Olivia said, and suddenly picked up a dagger and moved to cut her own throat. Ethan reacted instantly, stopping her. What are you doing, Olivia? Ethan, don't stop me. I'm the one who deserves to die most. Olivia's eyes were filled with the determination to die. Enough, Olivia. You already caused Lily's death. Do you want her to have no peace even after she's gone? Lily thought of you even as she died. Do you want her to see her mother's horrifying death by slitting her throat after she's gone? His words seemed to make Olivia calm down. The dagger fell from her hand onto the ground and she collapsed, tears falling like rain. Suddenly, the sound of police sirens echoed around the cemetery. Ethan felt puzzled. Olivia, however, appeared remarkably calm, her eyes full of despair. I poisoned Mark and Leo. The big beast and the little beast. Beating me was one thing, but they broke the bracelet Lily gave me. They deserved to die. Hearing this, his heart filled with mixed emotions. If only things hadn't come to this. If only Olivia had realized sooner, stopped being obsessed with such a rotten person. Maybe Lily wouldn't have died. The police approached Olivia and put her in handcuffs. Before being led away, she asked the officers for a moment. She cut the cake she had brought and placed a slice before Lily's gravestone. Lily, Mommy let you down, but please believe Mommy loves you. You'll always be Mommy's treasure. After saying this, she stood up handcuffed, escorted by the police. As she brushed past Ethan near Lily's grave, her expression was calm. She quietly dropped a single phrase. I'm sorry. His face remained cold. He didn't respond. He watched until the police car drove away, looking at the innocent smile on Lily's face on the gravestone. He finally felt a sense of complete closure. He turned, got in his car, and drove away, leaving the cemetery behind. Their paths finally diverging completely.